Hello Cancer, welcome to Fifth House Divination. My name's Kirsty and today we are doing an options reading for April 2021. So these readings look at a situation that may be coming in April that's going to present you with two choices. So we'll look at both of the options and how they could play out for you in the month, and then hopefully that will give you a little bit more information or a little bit of insight that will help you to then come to your own decision, your own conclusions about how you want to proceed. Readings are general, so please do just take what resonates. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, all three, if you feel so inclined. These readings may also link into the Your Question Answered video that I did for April. So I'll link that at the end of the video. If you feel inclined to watch that, then obviously help yourself. So Cancer, what's coming through for you this month? Straight off the bat, we have two court cards come through. So the court cards are sometimes people, or they can be sort of facets of our own personality or actions. So for some of you, this court card, so we've got the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, sorry, and the Page of Swords is being blocked by the King of Wands. So this could be a child, parent dynamic. So we could be looking at an air sign and a fire sign father, or if this is, or sort of parental figure, or if this is a situation that is just kind of involving yourself, and this is talking about trying to glean information or learning from a distance, but there is some sort of how we go about taking action, the way in which we take action, or the ability to take action, that is blocking this knowledge, this information, or this communication coming through. This could be a communication, but there may possibly be a person blocking that. So the underlying energy for this is the Five of Cups. And this talks about disappointment, emotional disappointment. It can talk about missed opportunities. It can talk about crying over spilled milk. He's got 3 cups here that are spilled that he's focusing on. There are actually 2 behind him that are upright, but because he's got his back to them, he can't see. So there may be an element of, sort of crying over spilled milk, or feeling that you've lost an opportunity, or dwelling on the things that have gone badly, instead of sort of seeing the opportunity in this situation and sort of taking that and moving forward. So as I say, we've got this Page of Swords, so this could be a younger person, or this is talking about information or communication that is trying to come through, but it is being blocked by either somebody who is very good at asserting their will and their willpower, or it's being blocked because we're unable to take the action that we want to take to get this information. So the response to this then is Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is the card of conflict. It's swords, so this is verbal conflict. It can be arguing. It's pretty kind of feisty. So this, I think, being blocked in this way is going to kind of put you into conflict mode. So the two opportunity, the two choices then that are coming through with this conflict is, on one hand, there is an Ace of Pentacles here, and the Ace of Pentacles talks about an opportunity. So there is some opportunity, a real tangible opportunity for a new beginning that's been offered. This is a pentacle beginning, so this talks about how we sort of build. This is talking about planting things now that build towards our material stability. So this could be a new job, it could be a new relationship, it could be a new sort of income, or there is something in a material sense that's coming through. There is an opportunity there for you to take. The other option is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands can talk about picking your priorities, or it can talk about defending victories that you've previously won. It can be a sort of a defending your crown type of energy. Yeah, so on one hand there is an opportunity that's there, a new opportunity, so this would be something different to what you've got at the moment. Or the Seven of Wands talks about sort of defending your ground, coming from, it can also talk about sort of taking the higher ground, you know, rising above it, possibly rising above the conflict maybe. So if we go down the Ace of Pentacles route, with this new opportunity, I think this is going to be, we've got the Ace of Wands is how this situation is going to expand. So I think the opportunity would lead to something that really kind of sets you on fire. It's a new spark. It could be self-esteem, it could be a creative project, it could be a new flirtation or attraction, but through the Ace of Wands, through this material opportunity that you're being offered, there is the opportunity then to connect with something that really kind of gets your creative juices flowing. It inspires you, you know, and it's something that you'd be quite attracted to. But we find ourselves here at the bottom in the Eight of Swords. So this sort of comes down, and there is, through this then, there is some level of feeling trapped, mentally trapped possibly. I'll get a clarifier for that for you. But at the Eight of Swords, we're blindfolded. We don't have a good sort of picture or perception of the situation because we're blindfolded. So there is a mental perception of being trapped. But the thing with the Eight of Swords, the lesson with the Eight of Swords is that we may feel trapped, but generally there is always something, even if it's just sort of trying to sort of scratch your bindings a little bit on one of the swords, trying to free one hand, or yeah. So I'll get a card for that. So going down the other route, so the defending route, we're going through the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles talks about it's sort of legacy, abundance, it's a lot of money, and I'm sort of seeing this as basically a lot of resources, a lot of money. I think whatever it is that you're thinking about defending or prioritizing is going to take a lot of your resources with it. It's going to, in this defense is going to it's going to cost a lot, I think, in terms of resources. It could be money, as I say, it could be, but this is sort of stability. And I don't see this as kind of creating stability, because what we've got then here is the Two of Swords. So we're in a position of needing to make a choice, needing further information to come through to be able to make a choice. So this to me, this speaks to me very much of you know, trying to see something, trying to get some sort of information, but it's been blocked somehow because we are at the end. Either way, we've got the Eight of Swords, which talks about feeling trapped, or we've got Two of Swords, and this talks about a decision, needing to make a decision, basically. So let me just get a quick... The cards in this reading are very similar to the cards in the Gemini reading. I have shuffled a lot, so I don't know if maybe you're dealing with the Gemini. But yeah, the cards are... It feels like a bit of a switch around, maybe. But yeah, so if you're dealing with the Gemini, maybe it might be worth looking at their reading also. So, okay, so let's get a clarifier. So this Eight of Swords then, and the Two of Swords. . 2 of Swords. 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 So I think essentially the action, the information that we're trying to get, whatever it is that we're trying to understand, we can't take the action that we want to towards it. This could also be talking about communication from afar. And again, as I say, not being able to take the action that we want towards it. Or this could be talking about a child being hampered or crossed by an older person, prevented from doing something in some way, which is going to cause conflict. So the Eight of Swords, again, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Honestly, I feel as if I'm living Groundhog Day. And with the Two of Swords, we've got the Devil. Okay. Honestly, guys, this Page of Pentacles came out in the Gemini reading also, so definitely check that out. So the Eight of Swords talks about feeling trapped. With Page of Pentacles, this could be talking about a child. It could be talking about a small amount of resources, maybe. But I think with this, having this Ace of Pentacles up here, I think this is by engaging with whatever this opportunity is, I think it's going to put you in a situation that might not be as easy to get out of. I mean, you may not want to get out of this situation. You know, it may not, I'm not saying it's a situation that you would want to get out of, but I think by engaging with this situation, I think you're going to be in that situation for a while. You may feel as if your hands are tied slightly in some respects. But okay. So obviously that will pan out differently for all of you. And with this Two of Swords, we've got the Devil, and the Devil talks about, I love this Devil card. I love that. The Devil card talks about the things that hold us back. It talks about things that used to provide support for us that no longer do, and we've given them so much power that they then end up controlling us. It can talk about unhealthy patterns of behaviour. It can talk about people. You know, these are the things that we engage with that aren't healthy for us. So it can be people, it can be situations, it can be behaviour patterns, it could be substances. So I think there is some kind of decision that needs to be made about this Devil energy. If we follow this route down, there's the situation that comes in is going to put you into the middle of a conflict. You can win, but it's going to be at a cost. On one side, if we go down the defense route, I think you're going to end up putting a lot of resources into the defense of this situation. And it's then going to need some sort of clarity about, or a decision that will need to be made about what it is that's holding you back. Down the other route, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity to build sort of long-term growth. Ace of Wands, this is going to bring you into contact with something that is really going to spark your interest. It may give you sort of renewed self-esteem, but you're really going to, sort of enjoy engaging with it. But you may ultimately, by engaging in this, it may what's the word? It may hamper you in some way, but it's a way that will sort of, I don't want to say it, I don't want it to come through as being a negative, because it might not be negative, it's just energy at the end of the day. Obviously, it's how you use it. With the Eight of Swords, there is more, it might limit your options, is probably what I'm trying to say, actually. So by committing to this, it may limit your options for other things. That's how it wants to come through. Yeah, okay. And you may also be, with the Page of Pentacles, it's a kind of a junior, you know, it's a junior energy. It could be a student maybe, or a position of less authority maybe than you may have been used to, or less control over your resources. But I think, yeah, I think there is an element of going down this way is going to limit your options. So in some ways you may feel a little bit trapped, or a little bit sort of cut off, shut off. And then, as I say, this way there is going to be some kind of decision or some kind of clarity that's going to be needed about what it is that's bad for you, what it is that's holding you back, the patterns that you perpetuate possibly. And the underlying energy for these two clarifiers is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. It talks about not settling for something that emotionally is no longer enough. This is the card of not settling. It's right, you know, I'm not settling for this. I'm moving on. I'm going after what I really desire. I'm going after what will really, truly, emotionally fulfill me. You know, what's going to really kind of hit home for me. So, I'm going to leave that there, guys. If this is for you and you'd like to share how this is sort of playing out for you, I'd love to read your experiences of the energy in the comments. If you did enjoy the reading, or if you got something from it, please do click like. It helps the channel. If you'd like to get more content from me, I do lots of different styles of readings for different things. Click the subscribe button and you'll get notified of those. I have linked I will link the the Cancer reading that's talking about if a particular situation may or may not happen. So maybe something there for you. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Good luck with this, guys. Cheers. Bye.